great week and are ready for today's story. Today, my story is about a boy called David. David lived with his mom, dad, and 3 sisters. The first sister's name was Mary, the second sister's name was Jo, and the third sister's name was Angela. This family, they lived in a house near the countryside. And next to their house, they owned a big barn. The barn was full of chickens, cows, sheep, pig. They had many things. And every day, they would always go and collect from the sheep. They would go get their wool, from the cows, the milk, chickens, eggs. So they would always do this every day. Then one day, David's parents decided to go on a holiday. They thought, oh, the kids will be fine at home. Let's leave them. They'll be okay without us. So, when David's parents left, they left Angela in charge, because Angela was the oldest of them all. They also gave everyone a rule saying, nobody go into the parlor, because that room is full of very, very fragile things. So, after saying all this information, the parents left on their holiday. For the first week, all the children were having fun. They were going to bed when they want, they were cooking what they want, eating what they want, doing whatever they wanted. But on top of that, they still did what they usually do. They still went and collected eggs, wool, milk. They still did all of that. But they just did it more messy, more fun. Eventually, Angela realized that it was only a week left until their parents came back. Then Angela worried, thinking, oh no, they've left me in charge and everywhere is a mess. We need to clean quickly. Then Angela went around and she was telling everyone what to do. She said, Jo, go clean up near the chickens. Mary, go clean the kitchen. David, go clean this. She was doing this all the time for the next 2 days. Eventually, David got really fed up. He thought, oh, Angela is so bossy. Why is she in charge? She's always telling everyone what to do. One day, David got really mad. So he went into the one room that no one was told to go into. He went into their parents' parlor and he sat there. Then Angela came in and asked, David, why are you here? But then Angela came in and asked, David, why are you here? I need you to go and shine all the shoes. Then David said, oh, why are you always bossing everyone around? Then in all of his anger, he threw the shoe shiner at his sister. The shoe shining went just past her head and went all over the wall behind her in the parlor. What were they going to do? They had messed up the one room they were told not to go in. And now they couldn't even get it off no matter how hard they tried. Then Angela and David, they were thinking, oh no, what do we do? Then David just ran saying, oh, this was all her fault. If only she didn't be bossy and make me mad, I wouldn't have thrown it. Then the day came where their parents arrived. Once their parents arrived, they settled in, they went around looking. Everything was nice and clean. They came, they made lunch for everyone, but nobody noticed that David wasn't eating much. Eventually, David's mom noticed, so she even gave him some very yucky medicine to see maybe he was unwell. David knew that clearly his mom hadn't been inside the parlor yet and didn't see the mess there. Then, just a few minutes before dinner, their neighbors arrived, the Johnson family. They came in and David's mom welcomed them, saying, Hi, come on in. Then David thought, oh no, they came. Maybe my mom's gonna take them to the parlor. They'll see how big of a mess is there, and they'll be so ashamed. Then David's mom and the Johnsons, they went inside the parlor, and then David heard Mrs. Johnson go, what? Then David thought, oh no, they've seen it. Maybe I should go down and see. Maybe isn't that bad? So then David, he crept down the stairs. He looked past the door and he didn't see any shoe shine on the wall. He saw wallpaper. Someone had perfectly cut the wallpaper to just go outside of the splash the shoe shiner had made. It was so precise that you couldn't even see anything was there. It was stuck on so nicely that you couldn't even see any bumps. It was like it was part of the wallpaper. David thought, how is this here? And then David's mom saw David and said, oh, David, come in. Then David came in and he thought, how is this here? Then, just around 20 minutes later, the Johnsons left as it was time for dinner. Then, just after David had finished dinner, he went back into the parlor and he looked, wondering, how could someone have covered this so quickly? I wonder who did this. Just as he was thinking this, his sister Angela walked in and said, I covered it just this morning. I managed to find some wallpaper that would fit perfectly on the design that was already there. David was so happy that Angela managed to cover up what they had done. Just like this, we should also be happy because we should know that there's someone who can cover up our sins for us. Do you know who that is? That person is Jesus. You're right. So with this, let's remember that we can always have Jesus and He can always help us to cover our mistakes. Let's now offer a prayer. Dear Jesus, thank you for this story. Thank you for helping us listen to it. Please help us to remember you can always help us with our mistakes. And please help us to remember this through our week. In Jesus' precious name I pray. Amen. I hope you all enjoyed the story today. And I hope you all enjoy the next one. Make sure if you like this story to hit the like button and subscribe. And share this story with others. Bye!
நீங்கள் பார்த்துக் கொண்டிருப்பது உங்கள் ரிவைவர் டிவி.